I'm Patrick, this is Alex, and today I'll be interviewing her regarding homosexuality, nature or nurture, for my Counseling Psych 650 class. So Alex, let's get right into it. What is your opinion on homosexuality? Do you believe it is nature or nurture?
I believe it is 100% nature. I believe you're born with it. I believe you have no choice but to have it. And yeah, definitely nature. I think nurture definitely plays into it as a coming out of the closet effect, where if you feel like your family is more comforting, you'll kind of succumb to being gay easier, but I do think it's definitely a nature effect.
Okay. Do you have any family members or friends that maybe make you feel this way, or is this just a stance you have?
I have an uncle who's gay.
Okay.
I found out when I was 12, I believe. I didn't really know what homosexuality was before that. It's definitely something that he's had to fight for and live with for the rest of his life. And starting out, I know for a fact that if certain things in my family wouldn't have happened, he probably wouldn't have come out. I definitely think it's a nature thing, because I think if he could choose not to be gay, he wouldn't. He definitely doesn't have a choice.
Do you think it's easier to understand for people that have family members or close friends to understand maybe your point of view?
I definitely think so. I think if someone sees the struggle that someone goes through to not be gay, or the hurt that they see when they have to come out and tell everyone that they're gay, or I think that's got to be the hardest process that people who are homosexual go through. Definitely.
Where does religion come into this for you?
I'm definitely a religious person. Was raised Catholic, going to church every Sunday. I believe that, we were always taught forgiveness. And I think that, in the Catholic Church's eyes, gays and homosexuality is not okay. And I see that, but at the same time, I also see, God has always been there to forgive your sins and forgiveness, and how can you, preach that if you don't technically believe in it, or how can people who are married get divorced when that's very, frowned upon in the eyes of the church. I think that if God preaches that he forgives, or people preach that God forgives, that they'll forgive people who are homosexual.
So despite being Catholic, you still believe that God preaches, forgiveness, and that, no matter what has been done, it can always be forgiven and dealt with.
I definitely believe that, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So.
What do you say to the people that believe in nurture? That you believe they were brought up straight, and then, how do I
deal with those people?
Yeah, what do you say to them?
I think it's hard, because I think everyone has their reasons for why they believe that. Obviously, it's a very controversial topic. It's hard because I do believe it's so in nature to, relate to those people who do think it's nurture. But I think having an uncle who is gay and having, known people who are gay definitely factors into the fact that I know it's nature. Whereas people who haven't really experienced that, or saw it, they don't know they probably would think nurture, because they just think it's their choice to be gay. You can fight that. They don't know any better. Definitely, it's hard to reason with those type of people.
So would you say they're a little more ignorant or naive to the situation?
I wouldn't say that they're ignorant or naive. I would say, I guess I would say that it's hard to just inform anyone in the politically correct manner without emotions getting involved, and I think that's with any type of topic, abortion, things like that.
What would you say to somebody that has been married to, say, a female, but then divorces because they're gay?
I think the reason that a person gets married while being gay is because in past years, and as our parents grew up, being gay and homosexual was not acceptable in any form. I think today and age, that's why you see people wanting, gay marriage and stuff like that, because it is becoming more acceptable as, other things in society are. I think I would have to say that I think they knew they were gay all along.
Mm-hmm.
They just, fought it for, social reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they didn't want to disappoint a parent.
Right.
I think you can't, as the husband was the scenario, husband, you can't blame yourself. I think because you're definitely born with being gay.
Okay.
Right.
So you believe it's fitting into the social norms is the reason that you may get married despite, being gay. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think you can turn gay or like you see in, stereotypical movies where they're like, oh, they turn gay after dating you.
Right.
Big negative connotation, but I don't think that's the case at all.
Okay. What's your view on gay marriage?
See, that's where Catholic and religion play in a little bit. I do believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. I have been raised that way. I do believe that. The problem that I have with legal rights and homosexuality and gay marriage is if, let's say, I was gay and had like a partner and that partner got hurt, I want every legal right to them as possible to be able to see them in the hospital and know the information that's going on. I don't want anyone to ever, throw in my face that you're not family, which technically they're probably the closest person to them.
Right.
That's where I have a problem. It's not I don't know if allowing gays to have children is the best idea because I'm not saying that kids are set up, already a couple steps behind, but
right.
I don't know if society is, ready for that.
Okay.
Maybe, in a couple decades or, a couple years, that's something that could definitely be taken into account, but I don't know if society's ready for that, and I don't know if children are ready for that. I do, yeah, so... That's about it.
So, you think that gay marriage and children with that would be negative to the children in the social aspects in school? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. I think that you already are, growing up with additional issues and additional, kids growing up is hard the way it is, especially, in this day, but I think that, having that additional aspect just makes everything a lot harder. With the only problem that I think that, the only thing that I think gays and homosexuals should have as a marriage or link type is legal.
Okay.
I just think that that's the biggest thing. I don't know if it should be called marriage or more of a partnership.
Okay.
Because marriage, I do believe, is, in the eyes of God, a man and a woman, and that's the definition of marriage personally for me.
Okay. So I guess to wrap it all up, your opinion is 100% nature. They're completely born with this, and despite others' views about marrying, despite being straight, you still feel that they're just adapting to the social norms, and that's the reason why. And I guess it hits more home for you because you have family members, and you experience a lot more than other people would.
Right.
That's correct?
Definitely.
All right. Well, thanks for the interview today. I really appreciate it, and that's all. Thank you.